All right, so today we're looking at parts of speech 5 adverbs. An adverb is a word that modifies a verb. That's typically what you know adverbs as. They modify verbs. They can answer the questions where, when, and for in what manner and to what extent. Sometimes we just ask how. So where, when, and how. For example, where did they look? They looked around. When did they arrive? They arrived yesterday. How did they win? They easily won. How did they understand? They thoroughly understood. So adverbs decorate verbs. Sometimes they will end in ly, like easily and thoroughly. If you see a word that ends in an ly, more than likely it's an adverb. Adverbs can also, so that's adverbs modifying verbs. Adverbs can also modify adjectives and adverbs. So adverbs that answer only one question, how, to what extent, are going to be modifying adjectives and adverbs. So, for example, modifying adjectives. Very would be an adverb. Far would be an adjective, because far would be describing a noun. Nearly would be an adverb. Ready would be an adjective. And ready would be modifying a noun. For modifying adverbs, worked, that's your verb. Very carefully. Your first one is always an adverb. When you have two decorative words next to each other, the first one's always an adverb. The second one can either be an adjective or an adverb, depending on what it is modifying. So in this case, very is modifying carefully. Carefully is modifying worked. Worked is our verb. Carefully then has to be an adverb. And we know that very is an adverb because it's modifying the adverb. It's the first descriptive word. Only slightly hungry. Hungry is our verb. We have two decorative words here. The first one is always going to be an adverb. Now we have to figure out what this one is. Slightly. We said this is our verb. Slightly what? Slightly hungry. So slightly is modifying our verb. Therefore, slightly is an adverb. So adverbs can modify adjectives. They can also modify adverbs. And remember, we can determine if it's an adjective if it is modifying a noun. We can determine if it's an adverb if it is modifying a verb. Okay, so in this instance, you need to pay attention to what the adverb is attached to. And the adverb is usually the first in the series of descriptive words. Most times you'll find two descriptive words next to each other, and the first one is your adverb.